Hey guys, Kendrick Walker here. For those of you that don't know, this beautiful woman in front of me is the bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Um, the beautiful woman that I love so dearly, Miss Milani Lynette Walker. Say hey, babe.
Hi.
Speaking of bone of my bone, um, I was thinking earlier about Ezekiel chapter 37, where it talks about the valley of dry bones. For those of you that don't know about that story, Ezekiel was taken up by the Spirit to that valley of dry bones, and God asked him. He said, "Son of man, can these bones live?" And he said, "God, you basically said, God, you know." And he told Ezekiel to prophesy to the bones, and he prophesied to the bones as God instructed. And what was significant about that is that, of course, as you read, the bones came together, the bone to each bone. Again, what was significant about that is that the bones actually represent promises. We know that when Jesus died, it was spoken that not a bone in his body would be broken. So for those bones to come back together, bone to each bone, it shows how promises are, coming back together, how promises are being brought forth, dead things that we never thought would be able to pick back up again. There's dead things such as dreams that and goals that we thought we would have in our lives that we've given up on. Actually, so guess what? It's time to pick up the bones. It's really time to pick up the bones again. Pick up that business that you want to start. Pick up that job that you so much want. Pick up that degree. Pick up that family that you so desire to have. Pick up that pick up that opportunity to bless your mom, you know, for taking care of you like you so desire. Pick up the opportunity. Pick up the promises that God has promised you. We can't give up on those promises. God didn't put that type of attitude in us because God is a God that keeps his promises. All we have to do is do our part. So if we believe that God keeps his promises, and we know that in the valley of dry bones, when those bones finished coming together and life was breathed into them, it was an exceeding great army. So can you just imagine when all of the promises that God promised us that many of us have given up on come together, promise to each promise, bone to each bone? What a mighty army of promises, and what a great cloud of witness that would actually take place when we are able to pick up on every promise that God has promised us because we didn't give up on them. So my word of encouragement to you guys is don't give up on the promises of God, because when God promises you something, it's guaranteed to happen.